Hello everyone. Old Man Comic Book Reviews. We skipped the episodes, so we're doing 2 weeks. Still not a lot of books. We'll start with the big chunky one. The Sensational Wonder Woman special. There are 3 stories. My favorite would be the first one. Although, they've got to do something about this villain. It's literally named Blue Snowman. How many freezer villains do we actually need? Doesn't the Flash have 2? So it's about a little boy who he wants to dress up like Wonder Woman, and people give him crap for wanting to dress up like Wonder Woman. It's written by Paula Sevenbergen. Paul Pelletier is the pencils. Norm Repmund is the inks. And it's a really good story. Out of the 3, it's my favorite one. Now my least favorite one. The Thren of Doom. Scott Collins, writer, artist. He did the whole thing. It's just, I don't know, Dr. Fate's in it. That's kind of cool. There's a big giant kaiju monster. And these scientists grabbed this thing out of the earth and woke up these things called the Thren, and the Thren want to eat us. Oh, so Wonder Woman sort of had to... It's weird. It's a weird story. It's not a big deal. I didn't like that one as much as I thought I would. And then finally we have, it's just a couple of girls at the Hall of Justice, and there's just a whole Freaky Friday thing. They call it Swapped. It's Freaky Friday. Teenage girl, Wonder Woman, they swap bodies. Stephanie Phillips is the writer. Alethea Martinez is the pencils. Dexter Vines and Vincente Cifuentes is the inks. There we go. We're off to a rollicking start with me not being able to pronounce things. So, yep, this girl gets to be Wonder Woman, and she tries to explain how, I just have a superpower doesn't mean nothing. It was a good special. We're on issue 2 of Aquaman, because Jackson is an Aquaman and Arthur is an Aquaman. And let me see, where do you hide credits on the Aquaman book? Let's see. Here it is. Script, Chuck Brown and Brandon Thomas. Pencils are Sami Basri. And inks, I'm sorry, Vincente Cifuentes. I'm pretty sure butchering your name. So Arthur's teaming up with Black Manta. Jackson's like, the lot can't be right, and he does a lot of fussing. It's a good book, though. You never really know what Arthur's up to, and he doesn't think you should. And the other Aquaman's in it. And apparently, since Jackson can control the ocean, which is salt water, and blood is salty, you just don't want to do much to piss him off, because you get that. That was kind of fun. All right. Ghost Rider 2. Benjamin Percy is the writer. Corey Smith and Brendan Peoples are the artists. Corey, Brent, I'd like to thank you for the nice normal names for me to be able to pronounce. Last issue we found out that Johnny Blaze was not in the utopia he thought he was. Now he's being hunted down by secret agents. He's working at a hotel to try and get his motorcycle fixed, and there's something in the hotel. It is really disgusting. This book is so bloody. This is the new Marvel horror book. This is not the Ghost Rider that you remember being a superhero. He's out to fight monsters. Things get goopy. Quick. Now for this week, that was last week. Now we're on to this week. We have finally finished the Marvel event Devil's Reign. Oh, I already said it back here. Chip Zdarsky, Marco Cicchetto. I checked, that's how you say it, Marco Cicchetto. It was a big issue. They charged us $5.99 for it. This wasn't a great, as far as events go, this wasn't a great event. Besides the main book, I really liked the one-shot with Moon Knight. Those were my favorite. So the Purple Man is trying to use his powers to control minds to kill off everybody in New York that's a superhero. Kingpin is trying to kill Daredevil. It's a good wrap up. Purple Man gets what he gets, and there's a couple things that happen you're just not quite ready for. That's how you're going to end it, but okay. It's exciting because there's a new Daredevil book coming out, and this sets that up. And it's Zdarsky and Checchetto. We've had that same team for 3 years on Daredevil. So they did a good job. This is a very good ending. I won't tell you what it is. Go read the book. Well, I'm going to save that one. Monkey Prince number 3! I'm getting tired of Batman and Robin being on the cover. We're 3 issues in. Batman and Robin. No thanks. So our Enter the Monkey writer Jean Yun Yang is the writer. Bernard Chang is the artist. Monkey is learning his superpowers with his master, the Jim. Isn't he like the janitor? I think he's like the janitor, but he's also a giant flying pig demon from Japan. No, China. Oopsie. My bad. And he gives, for some reason, he gives Monkey Prince a mask. He's like, so when you turn human, people won't see your face and know that you're Monkey Prince. And his superpower, it's weird, because Robin hits him, and this is the Damien Robin, hits him with a stick, and his arm comes off, but he can still use his arm. So that's kind of neat. I don't think I'm really happy about them turning Penguin into a demon. Penguin's a demon in this who likes to eat the husks of people until there's nothing but a husk left. And so he's possessed by a demon, so it's not really him. Monkey Prince gets a little kissy for saving people. That's always nice. And we find out that the Penguin actually has his parents captive, so he's got to fix that. No, not that one yet. Hold on, what do we got? Let me see what we got. Let me see. Oh, I'm not reading that one. All right. She-Hulk number 3. And with that we get Rainbow Rowell is the writer. Roger Antonio. If anybody thinks I've done that wrong, get a hold of me. So Jennifer is trying to get her law career back off the ground. She finds out that her new office assistant is Awesome Andy. Awesome Andy is a former minion of the Mad Thinker. He's a giant clay man with a big brick head for a head, and they're best friends. So that's kind of cute. Jennifer's trying to get some business going. And Jack of Hearts, who you see on the cover, he's human for the first time, like, ever. And Jack of Hearts is a very old comic book character. I mean, we're talking, like, late 70s. And apparently Manny wants to weigh in on that. You don't like that comic book, Manny? Manny's the dog. He's down here. And so they finally do something we have never seen ever. They put Jack in new clothes. I mean, they're these, but it's still kind of funny. And this is a fun book. I don't believe that she knows that she's in a comic book. She used to do the first person, or she'd look right at you. Her and Deadpool. All right, Moon Knight number 10. If you haven't been watching the series, there's two episodes. It's really good. You should watch it. Writer Jed McKay. Artist Alessandro Capuccio. And Moon Knight goes to visit his psychiatrist. That's what this is about. He's going to visit his psychiatrist. And he goes, but there's only one problem. I got attacked by another one of your patients. And he told me that you're not what you appear to be. And that's because it's frickin' Waxman. Pretending to be that. So he goes and, he does some very, very mean things to Waxman. Waxman is a serial killer. So I do believe he's going to end up being a part of a giant condominium. Part of the substructure. Because he put him in a steel ball. No windows. It's a steel sphere. Airtight seams. Welded. They're just going to drop him in a foundation of a building. Because Waxman doesn't die, doesn't eat, doesn't breathe. He's a monster. So he will just be stuck to his own thoughts for probably till they tear down the building, and then that'll be another thing altogether.
Eventually he stopped thinking.
Yeah, he would just go blank. Alright, final book, brand new book. West of Sundown from Vault. So not only did they give us The Blue Flame, which is such a great book. If you haven't read it, that's your fault, not mine. Written by Tim Seeley and Aaron Campbell, drawn by Jim Terry. Too many Jim things going on in there. So our tale starts in Virginia in 1861, where a soldier digs up what is apparently a vampire. And she tells him that you're going to come with me. And 10 years later, they're at a big party. She sings opera, apparently, which is kind of nice. And she's a vampire, and the vampire hunters destroy her earth. She has that going on, where if you don't have the earth of your birthplace to sleep on, you will die, even if you're a vampire. So she has to be taken, and it takes forever to die from that. So she has to be taken by her assistant, the Confederate soldier guy that dug her up, to get to where she can get earth to revive her. So it's a really neat story. I feel I've got some Western, like Old West comic going on. I see there's a monster in here that I don't know what he is. I mean, he might be a Frankenstein's monster. I'm not really sure. If you hadn't noticed, this is a chupacabra. There's no chupacabra in this issue, but we'll find out. So there's the books. Fiona and Sophie did not come over this weekend. They were here last weekend. Part of the reason we didn't do the show last weekend. So Fiona, Sophie, I'll see you next week for Easter. We'll eat ham and gravy. Ham gravy, potatoes. Get some candy. It'll be a hoot. We bought you stuff. In the meantime, the rest of you, as I'm always telling you, go find some place to get comic books. Go read a comic book. If you think, well, Doug, these are, $4 a piece. Well, if you go to Fanfare around here, they give you a discount. A lot of places do that. Check with your local comic book store. You can also read them for free at the library, and online you can read them for free. So there's a lot of places where you can read newer issues of comic books. I do recommend, again, the Moon Knight comic book and the Moon Knight TV show on Disney+. And I'll see you all next week with more comic books. Have a good night.